Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. Just a quick question for the entire team, whoever wants to take it. So you guys formed back in May. You entered Series 2. Did not go the way you wanted to, but since then you have won both LCS Academy, I'm sorry, VCT Academies since then. Where is your confidence level now as opposed to where you were back when you first formed it in that Series 2?
I guess I'll take that question. Um, but we're feeling really confident, especially with our newest pickup, Elia Marina. We're feeling really good about our team and how we feel, and we're coming into it really strong and winning both the VCT Game Changers Academy, I think shows that we're just at a new level with these two new pickups.
Okay, let's go to Lynn at Run It Back.
Hello, everyone, and congrats on your assigning as well. I had a question about your thoughts on the new format. So, with this Game Changers series, the qualifiers turned into a Swiss elimination format. I was just wondering anyone's general thoughts on this new format compared to prior formats.
For me personally, and our team, we kind of didn't really like the way the Swiss format was. We preferred the older formats, especially because like me and Ari, I'm pretty sure have been playing every single VCT Game Changers that has been out. And with this new format, we felt like it was definitely like weird and new, and we just felt like in some aspects it might have been unfair because we would go against like really high like signed matchup teams really early on. So for us, like we just kind of didn't like it.
Yeah, and to add on to that, I also feel like just based off of my experience playing competitively, it's always nice going into a tournament with like a round robin format or even a format where you like play everybody and then do like the seeding. I just feel like it gives you a chance to work your way up to playing a better team. Instead of like going right off the bat playing like the best team in the tournament, like the team that's expected to win. Like I like it more when you can gradually build to that point and kind of funnel out the weaker teams, and then that way whoever qualifies as top 8 is like the teams that really deserve to be there because they played their best, and they really show that like they deserve to qualify there. Not saying that any team that qualifies doesn't deserve to be there, because everybody has worked really hard in the scene, but I just feel like it kind of is harder when like two really good teams are going head to head for a qualifying spot. You know what I mean? So I do like it more when you kind of gradually build up to playing the harder teams instead of going right off the bat into playing Cloud9 White. So
wanted to ask about just in general terms. We're heading into, this is the last Series 3 for Game Changers, first season, a pretty big deal. But I wanted to ask, why do you, there's a huge community of women in Valorant, and this is a very, very, I think, prestigious circuit, publisher-backed circuit. It's very important. Why do you think this and that community happened with Valorant? Like, what do you think is special about Valorant that has really driven these things to be where they are now?
I think that the main difference between Valorant and any other game and their community is that like Valorant actually listens to the players. They're very active within the community, which is why the women's scene has grown so much. They've paid attention to all types of creators and their audience, and they've actually created a safe space for women and actually continued to grow that space. Unlike other games, I feel like they kind of stop at a certain point, but Valorant doesn't stop. They just continuously listen to us, want our feedback, actually want us to be involved in the game, and they're continuing to grow that space, which is why there's so many amazing women coming up and they're playing this game and they're competing.
yeah, I mean, I come from Counter-Strike, which is a game that had female teams, and I had a female like a whole female scene, female tournaments, and some incredible women playing that game who have literally been trailblazers and paved the way for younger females in Valorant now. So coming from a game where we had to like pay money out of our own pockets to go to tournaments, and going to local lands where there were maybe like 3 or 4 teams playing against each other. Like, going from something so small and creating something so big and moving on to Valorant, where the developers are actually very hands-on with the game and hands-on with the community, unlike Valve, unfortunately. That's what's really helped our scene grow a lot. So having non-endemic brands get involved, having female teams stick together and stay together and grow together as a team and compete in these female tournaments, having more female tournaments, like there's so much potential and so much growth that has happened in such a short amount of time that it's like really, really exciting for a player like me that's been around for a long time, and having like a young player on my team like Marina. When we got signed, I told her, I was like, Marina, like, oh my God, that's so cool. You're 16 years old and you're signed, you're a professional. Like, oh, I wish I had that when I was younger. But it makes me excited knowing that, like, I like to think that I was one of those key players in making it what it is today. So I think Valorant's doing a great job helping the female community grow.
So you all had quite a tough qualifiers. You went against teams like Cloud9 White, TSM, Version X. I was wondering if you thought playing these, signed higher level teams might help you in the main event for this week.
Playing these signed teams early on actually does kind of help because it gives us a better idea of what their play styles are going to be and kind of like what to expect from them instead of it being a complete surprise during the main event. So I think like playing these signed teams like C9Y and TSM and Version X, like we got a good feel of like how we should be playing against them and where we're kind of at. And I think it's like kind of good for us because it gives us VODs to review and really see where we're at right now as a team.
So yeah, we're headed, the first series or all 3 series of Game Changers is coming to an end soon. How do y'all feel? Like, is there anything you would improve, anything you would change, for next time?
Change for the event or like us as a team change?
I think as for the event and for the experience at all, for for the entire each event, like, is there anything at all that you would change or improve based on your experience there, not you as a team?
Definitely did not like the Swiss bracket, so hopefully they do not bring that back. But I think other than that, everything is pretty good. The admins are pretty on point about everything. But I think the worst thing about this event was definitely the Swiss bracket.
We want lands. Give us lands
Give us
already.
some
Give us a Game Changers land already.
All right, and last question goes to Lynn.
Okay, well, again, congrats on getting signed. And that's kind of the benchmark a lot of these teams that are competing want to hit. Do you have any recommendations for the teams that are looking to get signed next?
Definitely do not give up. Like, don't disband your team after a loss. I think losing a game or a match or a tournament, I think that just shows you that you have just more work to do, and it's better to stay together and work through it instead of constantly trying to change rosters or constantly moving from team to team, because that inconsistency, like, orgs are not going to like that. They want to see a team that's been together. They want to see a team that grows. And that's why like the core 3 of us have stayed for so long and actually kept at this. And we like really believed in ourselves, and that's why we like worked so hard to get signed, and that's why we're here right now, is because like we didn't all just like move rosters and change and jump ship the minute that we could.